So here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Check out. Line 674.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Come on. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rock it.
Out. Check 13. Check 13.
Be careful.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Greystone, Travis. Hey. High 7.
57.
Good.
57 to Mike. All right, me and you.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go.
Throwing his lock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, it's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal. Luck. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Look at me. Door.
Shit.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Bravo. X3. 2-5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The extra point up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 26-yard line.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Check out. 240.
After the run, Luck going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
Here's Hines. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On 2nd down, Michelle. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down, Chiefs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now Locke. This one complete to Gresham.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dallas Goedert, 77 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Now a 1st down throw. Locke into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Look at me, Zipper.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And the Raiders have got him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Locke. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, 2nd and 3.
Now! Ready?
Clock now to throw. And that's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Hey!
Who's that?
Get it!
On 3rd down, Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, exit. Yep. Hit it.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Check out. 675.
57.
On 1st down, it's Locke. Complete. Smith has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Luck now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this off. And sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. McCrane able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, his second sack of the night.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's third down.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check, 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 check. Shift! Watch the shift! He's coming, he's coming, he's
Go, go. Keep dribbling, keep dribbling.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Block on third down. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. It's Luck. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On the ground, Michelle trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 31. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Luck. Dumping it off for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. The first down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
You can't block me.
Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch. Rush in.
Blue draw Corker.
Check. Lucky.
Set, go.
Now a fake on the pass option. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
57.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Check, check, check.
Protein spill.
57 to Mike.
5.
They run again with Hines. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Hey, 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 hey. Ready, ready.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
57 to Mike. 57. Let's go.
Get it.
And again, it's Chubb. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
Here's Locke to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go, baby.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's Michel once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Michel. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Luck. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the ground is Michel. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Kill, kill, kill.
Again, it's Michel. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, Mexico. Under 10, under 10, 10. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Chopper, chopper.
Hey, check, Mike 57.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Go. 60 picture. Any weapon. Hey, Zoo.
Lock to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Five.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Greystone travel.
Mike 50.
Two.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First throw in overtime for Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for the Raiders, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.